But at the moment, that is very, very
Let me get to the audience again, because we need to know what kind of potential do we have and how much are we producing now. Aisha Ahmad, you had a question. What's your question? Please go for it.
Thank you very much. I've listened to all the alternative sources we have of energy. Even if we were to utilize all of those, the world population is at 7 billion now, and Uganda is at 33 million, you know, and it keeps on growing. How sure are we that whatever our alternative sources of power, if fully utilized, they will quench the thirst that Ugandans have for power?
Okay. What's the demand really that we have?
Well,
and what capacity do we have to feed that demand?
Yeah. Thank you very much. I will pick it up from, you see, the global population is growing, right? But let's look at China. The Chinese are probably over 1 billion right now, but they didn't start at 1 billion. And every year, China is actually adding on 40,000 megawatts to their national grid. Every year, that is China. And you know the population of China, what it is. So much as our population is growing as a country, we have renewable energy sources that we have all. The
thing is, we are adding 1 million people on our population every year.
When you look historically at Uganda's population, prior to the 1800s, we were really very, very small, less than 1 million people in the whole country. And the population growth rate was less than 1% per annum. Now, due to improved health, education, and all this exposure, you are having a population growth rate of 3.2% per annum. And this is not just adding 1 million people. According to the latest estimate from the Population Secretariat in the Ministry of Finance, we are adding 1.2 million people every year on the net population. And we are doubling every 20 years. Now, for the government to actually address, and remember that for 60 years, we have only connected 400,000 households. You know, we are adding 1 million, 1.2, but for 60 years, only 400. So there's a big discrepancy here. And what is happening is that for a prudent, energy sufficient future, we need to talk about population. The population needs to be managed. China has now introduced a one-child policy because they know that you cannot keep growing the population forever. So to me, I think that the population is central to energy sustainability, but also so are other services, health, education. You know, you can't, there's a limit to how much land this country has. And we can't just keep expanding in terms of numbers forever.